While we walk home, we still feel worried. We still feel quite worried. She said she would be okay, but I just can't remove the doubt from my mind that she won't. Anything can change, right? Daniel, do you think she'll be okay? All I can say is, we just need to put faith in her. Like I said, we just gotta give her the benefit of the doubt here. There isn't much else we can do. The ball's in her court now. Or, the ball's on her side of the court now. It's up to her to make the next move, so to say. Yeah, you're right about that. All we can do is hope. I think we should try and catch her before the club. Oh, I see. So we're gonna try to intercept her? Why exactly? I'm thinking we could talk her into telling Sayori. Okay, going back to what I said about giving her time and space and patience. Trying to coerce her into telling Sayori. That goes against my idea of giving her time and space to do whatever she needs to. I'm just saying, that's just me, but that is a terrible idea. You should just let Yuri tell her when she's ready. Don't be like trying to coerce her into telling Sayori like tomorrow or now or whatever. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't think so. Do you know when she usually arrives? Yeah, but we have to be quick. I can understand that. I also think we should get Natsuki into it. Those two are good friends after all. Okay, well, I know that they're worried about her and they want to do everything that they can for her, but a part of me feels as though they're kind of maybe blowing this out of proportion just a little bit. Well, maybe not so much with Natsuki, but maybe with trying to convince Yuri to tell Sayori. Because, like I said, something like this is very sensitive, and you should just let Yuri naturally tell Sayori when she feels comfortable about it. Don't force her into a corner, like she has to make this choice. That's a good idea. But I'd have to hope that those two don't get into an argument. What do you mean by that? Oh, right. The argument never happened in this universe. You haven't been around to see it. Oh boy. The other girls have been my friends before our club existed, and, well... Before the club, Natsuki and Yuri would argue a lot. Why exactly? Well, they argued about each other's poem style. A lot of the time I had to stop it. And a lot of the time I had to stop it. Was it hard to stop those arguments? It depends on how bad they got. Some days it would be easy, but on others, they would have to physically be ripped apart. Oh, jeez. I didn't think people who acted like that could ever get along. You'd be surprised. And, well, as I mentioned, well, actually, no, I didn't mention it in this video, but there are people who ship Natsuki and Yuri. So, I mean, and I think the Natsuri shipping, or whatever the name of it is... God, I don't really... Well, considering I don't really pay attention to those ships at all, I don't really know the names of them off the top of my head, but I do know that the Natsuki and Yuri ship is quite a popular one. Like, what was it? I think Shrieking Violet, if I'm remembering right, is supposed to have a storyline where Natsuki and Yuri do become a couple. But I don't know, I could be wrong, I've never actually played Shrieking Violet. I'm just going off of what I heard someone else say. Maybe it could be a case of opposites... maybe it could be a case of opposites attract. Who knows? And who knows, maybe that's possibly one of the reasons why people... or why Natsuki and Yuri is such a popular ship. By the way, Daniel, what do you think of the other club members? You're asking me this now? First you, of course. I love you. She blushes. Then there's Sayori. She is a really joyful girl. She's one you could never bring yourself to hate. Because she's just too good for this world, and the world doesn't deserve her. Then there's Yuri, a very sweet girl. Who's a very sweet girl? Yeah, some of these sentences are kind of incomplete. Always changing what she says, always second-guessing herself, thinking she may have said the wrong thing. Lastly, there's Natsuki, who is sometimes a handful. Sometimes I think she's just too embarrassed to be nice to people. And then she called me a pervert, without even knowing me for more than 10 seconds. Yeah, I do agree with you on all those points. Especially with the part where I said I love you. Sometimes, though, I wonder how Sayori keeps her energy. Well... yeah, it's one big mystery. Guess it doesn't really matter, though. Ugh. Guess she's happy. That's all we should care about. Oof. Or double oof. Yeah, you're very right about that. When we finish our conversation, we reach Monika's house. That's my house. I'll see you at the club tomorrow, Daniel. See ya, Monika. She walks into her house. As she does, I start walking towards mine. Man, today was really tiring. Having to worry about Yuri like that. Worrying about anyone like that is tiring. Well, it's emotionally draining, I guess you could say. I'm just going to bed early. I head up to my room. I reach my room and stretch. When I finish stretching, I decide I should text Natsuki about our plans. Okay, I'm wondering how Natsuki's going to react to this. Are you going to be the voice of reason in this, or is everyone going to go with this idea that I'm personally not on board with? Hey, Natsuki. What is it, Daniel? How the hell do you have my number? Me and Monika have a plan to convince Yuri to tell Sayori about her problem. How exactly are we going to do that? We're going to catch her before the club and give her a little pep talk. And like I said, we're going to put pressure on her and possibly make her feel nervous and put her in a corner. Yeah, I think that will be a good idea. Sayori deserves to know. Okay, well, yes, Sayori does deserve to know, but... like I said, I think... I don't know. That's just my point of view there. Alright, meet me and Monika before the club in the hallway. And then we're gonna surprise her! Alright, I got it. With that, I put my phone down. I fall into my bed and instantly fall asleep. Man, I wish I could do that. Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Well, these haven't been very happy days, have they? Today I woke up with a little bit of dread. What if we say the wrong things to Yuri? I'm not gonna say it anymore. What if it causes... No, no, no. The only thing I should think about right now is helping Yuri. I anxiously get ready for school. I walk out of my door and see Monika, like every other day. Hey Monika, you ready for school? Yup, as always, Daniel. Yup, as always, Daniel. I don't know how you meant to say it. We start our walk and talk about our plan. Well, Daniel, I just realized something. What is it? We haven't told Natsuki about our plan. Oh, don't worry, I told her about it last night. Okay, thank goodness. If you didn't do that, this may have fallen through. Where did you say we would meet? In the hallway outside of the club room. If we went somewhere else, we wouldn't be able to intercept Yuri's path. Yeah, you're right. That's a very smart idea. We reached the school after our conversation. I have to go. See ya, Monica. She waves, blowing me a kiss. I make it to class and think about what to tell Yuri. We should just be nice, being gentle with our words. We wouldn't want to scare her off, or put pressure on her that she does not need. Alright, I have some sort of idea. The bell rings and I head off to where we all agreed to meet. I get there and wait for around 2 minutes. Before Monica and Natsuki could make it here, Yuri did. Okay, well, you better not do anything stupid. Guess I'll have to handle this myself for now. Hey, Yuri.
Oh, hello, Daniel.
I want to ask if you'd be okay with something.
Ask away.
Okay, well... yeah, it's this face again. Well, I was wondering if you would like to tell Sayori about, well... you know...
I don't really know if I should.
She's your friend, and I think she deserves to know. That's what friends are for.
I don't really know if I even could. It's too hard.
Soon enough, the other girls will be here. We'll all try to give you words of encouragement. If you try to tell Sayori and fail, we'll all be right there to pick you up again. Yuri thinks and takes a deep breath.
Okay, I'll try.
Well, like I said, I guess I'm not really going to question it anymore, but yeah, that just would have been my line of thinking, so... like, I mean, if it works for this story, then yeah, I guess I'm not going to really question it anymore. Do you want to go right now, or wait for the others? Well, is Sayori even there to begin with?
I think I want to go now. I should at least try.
Okay, well, at least she's in high spirits now. There you go, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. She slowly walks into the club room, shaking slightly in fear. Okay, and Sayori is in the club. Wow, Monica, you're late to the club, how could you? You're supposed to be an authority figure. We walk into the club room and see Sayori.
Hello, you two!
I look over at Yuri and she nods. Hello, Sayori. There's something Yuri wants to tell you about. It's about bungee jumping. Okay, no.
Oh, what's this about?
Yuri tries to say what she wants to, but fails. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm not gonna be able to really let it go. I just feel like you're really pushing her too much. Sayori walks up to her.
Is something wrong, Yuri?
Yuri slowly nods, trying to keep her composure.
Well, what is it?
Yuri shakingly rolls up her sleeve. I guess if words fail, just show her, I guess. I decided I should look too. Sayori jumps back out of shock, but stays in the club room. When I look at her arm, I notice there are some fresh cuts.
Yuri, have you been doing it again?
She slowly nods out of shame.
Yuri, why didn't you tell me? Because I thought you would hate me.
Yuri starts to cry. Again with this music, I'm sorry, it just doesn't match. Sayori hugs Yuri.
Yuri, it's okay. I can never hate you. You always make us tea. Sometimes you're a very sweet girl.
What do you mean, sometimes? What about the rest of the times, then? Are you saying that she's not a sweet girl? How dare you say that about her?
You always change your words to make sure you don't offend anyone. How could I possibly hate you?
Yuri slowly considers Sayori's words.
I think I can trust you.
Sayori lets Yuri go.
How about we bandage those?
Yuri nods. Sayori goes to the closet for the bandages. Well, that's convenient. She grabs them and starts to talk to me.
Hey Daniel, can you help me? There's a lot of them.
Sure thing. I walk over to help bandage the cuts. Meanwhile, where the heck are Natsuki and Monica? Oh, there they are. What were you two doing? Okay, no. Natsuki and Monica then walk in.
It seems Daniel managed to do it.
Okay, I'm fusing their voices together.
It seems Daniel managed to do it. Sorry we couldn't be here earlier. Natsuki got in trouble with a teacher.
Natsuki, you got some splaining to do.
But I know I did my homework.
So grumpy. Or actually, no, so angry.
Alright, come on, Natsuki. Let's go do something.
Like what?
Alright.
Monica and Natsuki walk off to the corner of the room. When they sit down, Sayori and I finish bandaging Yuri's arm. Alright, that should stop any infections.
Thank you, you two. Of course, Yuri. Geez, Sayori, you're always like an enthusiastic child, even in a situation like this. I just think it's best to be happy. It's best not to destroy yourself.
I mean, she's not wrong. But I just cannot help but think of what's going on with this poor girl behind the scenes. Most likely. Sayori sounded like she was lying. I shouldn't think any of it, though. You're an idiot, MC. Probably just trying to make Yuri feel better. Oh, well. Then again, I know some people were saying that I was being hard on the Blue Skies MC, but come on, well... He was so frustrating in that series too sometimes with some of the things he did. And, well, in a sense, now this one is being almost as frustrating. Almost, but... Well, it's too soon for me to really make that call, but... Well, Sayori, sometimes it's not that simple.
I think you're right. In some conditions, it's just impossible to be happy. I think we should move on to some lighter topics. I want to get my mind off of this.
Okay, yeah, especially because she's gonna be making those bedroom eyes at me and make me feel weird.
Yeah, I can understand.
And you're guilty of doing the same thing. In fact, you were the first one who ever did that.
I think I'm just going to sit down.
Can I see your bag first?
Why?
Because I need to see if you have any contraband items on you, ma'am. Well, maybe he is gonna see if she has anything to do the job on her. I think it would be good for you if I took your knife.
I'll just grab it for you.
Oh my... Yeah, I just...
And we can dance all day around it if you find
how do I know if you have... How do I know if you have more? Yuri pauses. Would you be more comfortable if Sayori did it? You don't trust me, do you?
Yeah, I think that would be better.
Yuri hands Sayori her bag. Sayori opens the bag and pulls out 4 different knives. She puts those knives into my bag. Great, now I'm carrying contraband. Sayori then hands the bag back. Yuri goes to sit down.
Well, I'm glad we could help Yuri like that.
Yeah, it makes me happy to help someone like that.
We just have to hope she doesn't get any knives behind our back.
Well... She has a freaking knife collection, so... Well, all we can do is put our trust in her. Yeah... I suppose so. Like I keep saying, we gotta give her the benefit of the doubt here.
You're right. We can't monitor her all the time.
Monica walks up to us.
It seems that went well.
Yeah, it went a lot better than what I thought would happen.
That's great. Anyway, I'm going home. I have something to take care of. Or, I have to take care of something.
Well... You know, I just thought... In a sense, we sort of took care of, quote-unquote, Yuri's problem. Are we now getting hints to Sayori's problem? Like not that long after? I don't know if that person said anything about, like, something about conflict. But I don't know if maybe the pacing and maybe even the conflict seems kind of forced.
Alright, that's fine. I'll see you tomorrow, Sayori.
Sayori walks off. What is it that Sayori would have to take care of? You'll see. Well, I think we are gonna have to see eventually. She also didn't sound right when she said that. No, she didn't. This is the second time Sayori sounded strange today. Or it just could be me being paranoid. I think I'm just being paranoid. No, I think you're actually onto something, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. She is a bundle of sunshine after all. Triple oof. Monica starts a conversation with me.
Daniel, is it just me or did Sayori sound strange?
She's picking up on it. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you think it's something we should worry about?
Yes! No, I think we're just being paranoid. She's the happiest girl ever.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyway, do you want to do anything after school?
We should go check on Sayori! I don't have much to do, so why not? Dare I say why not? But what exactly would we do? Bungee jumping. We both stop and think for a minute.
What do you think of a sleepover at my place?
Sure, that sounds fun.
I'm thinking we could also bring Sayori. She lives near.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. She also seemed a bit off today.
Yeah, maybe we can try and see what's wrong. Well, anyway, what can we do with the rest of the club time?
We can start knitting sweaters. I think we should check in with Yuri, see if she'll do alright.
Yeah, let's go do that.
We walk over to Yuri.
Hey Yuri, are you going to do okay without us for a bit? Well, I don't really know. I think some company would be nice to have.
I keep saying it, but something about this face and some of the things she says, it just feels like...
Oh, well, I don't know, but I think I could ever use some of the company to keep me not feeling so alone right now.
Yes, and I guess apparently suggestive Yuri sounds like a Southern belle.
How would you feel about a sleepover at my place? That sounds like fun. Who's going? Daniel and Sayori, if we can convince her. Alright, I'd love to go.
What about the grumpy one?
Good, just meet me at my place later tonight. Any exact time? Nope, just come by whenever you're ready. Or just come by when you're ready. Alright, I'll see you later tonight.
We walk away from Yuri. Would you like to see if we can get Natsuki to come? Yeah, we can't ignore the grumpy one.
Sure, the more the merrier.
We walk over to Natsuki. You better not call me a pervert!
Hey Natsuki, would you like to sleep over at my place tonight? I'm sorry, I can't. My dad doesn't allow sleepovers. Oh, that's too bad. I know, sometimes my dad has the most ridiculous restrictions. Although, I do hope you guys have fun. Alright, we'll see you later, Natsuki.
We walk away from Natsuki. Well, do you think it's about time we headed home?
Yeah. Okay, everyone, time to go home.
The others leave. Well, tonight's going to be fun.
Yep, I'm going to text Sayori later, see if she wants to come.
Alright, let's head home. We walk home until we reach Monika's house.
See you in a while, Daniel.
I'll see you later. I walk into my house and prepare for the sleepover. A sleepover, huh? Kind of wish it was just Monika and me. But Yuri needs company, and we should check in on Sayori. So I don't really mind. I decide I should probably eat something before I go. I think I'll just go with the usual. I grab a couple noodles, stir-fry TM, teriyaki, blah 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 blah. I start cooking them. I start cooking them, and while I do so, I pack some things for the sleepover. Clothes and some snacks, just in case we stay up late. My noodles finish cooking and I start eating. Once I start eating, I head over to Monika's house. Or once I finish eating. I knock on her door. About 10 seconds later, I get a response.
Coming!
Hi, Moni. Honey, I'm home. She gives me a quick hug before welcoming me inside.
Is anyone else here yet? Yeah, Yuri's here.
Yuri then walks over.
Hi there, Daniel. Glad you can make it.
Any response from Sayori?
Yeah, she said she'll be here soon.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, I'm not going to start that again.
Did you bring any snacks, Daniel?
She says this in a teasingly manner. Are you calling me fat? I resist the urge to say, there's one in front of me. Oh my god. Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it.
Did you bring any snacks, Daniel?
No, because I have a very good snack right in front of me. Yeah, I did. And it's right in front of me. Monika looks slightly shocked. Why are you shocked?
Come on, you know you didn't have to.
Oh, come on. I'd do anything for my sweet girlfriend. Monika blushes slightly.
Anyway, Sayori should be here any minute.
We then hear a knock at the door. How convenient! Monika goes to answer it.
Why, speak of the devil.
Yep. Welcome, Sayori. All of us. All of us are here.
Aw, guys! There's our little bundle of sunshine. Heh, you know it! Anyway, what shall we do? We could watch a horror movie.
Night of the Living Dead, Part 2! Actually, no. Part 2 wasn't really all that good. Part 1, then. That one had that kick-ass 1980s music. Sayori looks against this idea.
I think that's a good idea.
She says with a look of horror and mortification on her face.
Are you sure? You sound kind of scared. No, it's all okay. If you say so.
I just realized they say a lot of "if you say so" here. Well, it's a good thing that I don't play the song every time someone says "if you say so."
Anyway, I brought my own movie, one I thought we could all enjoy.
Yuri walks over to Monika's DVD player and puts the disc in. We all walk over and take a seat. Monika and I sit next to each other. She starts to hold my hand. Sayori grabs a blanket and hides under it on the floor. She keeps a small space open in the blanket so she can see the movie. Yuri sits by herself. We all start to watch the movie. When the first scare shows up, Sayori screams.
Ah!
She hides her whole body under the blanket.
My, someone sounds scared.
Nope, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yuri, don't be a meanie.
Yuri slightly giggles. Okay, fine, I will say it. I don't know if... Would Yuri really do that to Sayori? I'm just saying, you know... Well, it seems Sayori is done watching. Yeah, I guess so. She probably does want to say, like, screw this, I'm out. And then see Sayori digging in my bag. What are you doing in my bag? Sayori, what are you doing? She quickly runs off with all the snacks I had in my bag. What the f... She's like, mine! Well, guess we got no snacks. Except for the... Okay, no. Monika then laughs.
Don't worry, I have some others.
Sayori perks her head up and attempts to search for Monika's snacks.
Well, we won't have any in a bit.
Monika lets out a laugh. We all continued to watch the movie until it was over. And then the night is here.
Well, what did you guys think? It was scary. I think that was just you, Sayori. Meanie.
Yeah, not quite the suggestive Sayori eyes, but, you know.
Well, anyway, I think it's all time we head to bed.
Yeah, but what exactly are the sleeping plans?
You can sleep with me on my bed, and for the others, I have futons in my closet. Alright, let's go. I'm exhausted.
We head over to Monika's bedroom. Yuri and Sayori get a futon for themselves, while Monika and I lay on her bed. Yuri and Sayori set up their futons and lay down.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
The others. I fall asleep quickly. That didn't take long. Huh. I wake up during the middle of the night. I can hear slight footsteps outside of the bedroom. I look down to the floor and see Sayori isn't there. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Again. I think I should go investigate. I slowly get out of bed, trying not to wake Monica. I head out to the living room and see nobody. I then look outside and see Sayori standing on the street. I should go talk to her. I walk outside and up to Sayori. Okay, I do like these remixes of My Confession. So it looks like Sayori has, or well, I guess this would technically be like her remix of it. When I get outside, I hear Sayori lightly crying. I walk up to her to see if anything is wrong. What's up, Sayori? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong.
How come I hear you crying then?
It's really nothing. I don't want to worry you.
I think I would be more worried if I didn't know what's going on. Can you please tell me what's happening?
Well, it's just some rain clouds.
What do you mean by rain clouds?
It's just a random wave of sadness I get. That's all there is to it.
But why would you become sad for no reason? Yeah, here it comes. Possibly. There must be something you're not telling me.
I promise, it's just that.
I know why. But it doesn't make sense. I know there has to be some other factor in this. I hear Sayori whimper. Sayori, please, tell me what's wrong. If you need time, I'll wait. I'd rather you feel comfortable than forced. Oh, now you're using my own logic against me here.
No. You deserve to know. You've been my friend since preschool, after all. No, sir. I have depression, okay? It makes it hard to get out of bed. I don't even want to take care of myself anymore. I just don't have the energy. It's also the reason I wear this bow. It's to hide how greasy my hair is.
I look at her hair closely and notice how bad it is. I never would have thought of her wearing the bow for that reason. She was right. That bow does really hide it. Can you tell me what caused this?
I was bullied a lot, Daniel. You just never knew. The only reason you never knew was because I put on a mask, pretending to be happy. I pretended everything was okay. I was quietly suffering. I didn't want to tell you this. It makes me guilty now that you're worrying.
Sayori, it's okay. There's no need to feel guilty. I just want to know you're okay.
I'm just giving you needless worry. If I were gone, you all would be a lot better off.
When she says this, I'm left with nothing but shock.
Sayori, No, Daniel, it's okay. I already know you hate me. I put needless worry on you. This is why you avoided me for a long time. I've always leaned on you my whole life. I've never done anything for you.
Sayori, that's not true.
What do you mean, Daniel?
Remember when we were kids?
I don't remember much. Depression makes it feel kind of hazy.
I wonder if it's my own depression that's been making my memory so bad lately. Yeah, well, I guess. Big reveal here for anyone who's kind of just tuning into my channel for the first time, I've dealt with depression a lot, ever since my grandmother died. I got bullied a lot as well, especially after my grandmother died. So, for that reason, Sayori is also kind of special to me, because I can also relate to her on that kind of level. At least, in the vanilla DDLC, I can kind of understand what it is to not have any motivation to do anything. Because I've had to deal with days like that, day in and day out. Like sometimes I literally have struggled just to get out of bed because it's just, to me, like, what's even the point? Like, why even bother getting out of bed? I almost feel like if it weren't for my dog, like, in a sense, I would have no reason to get out of bed sometimes. And I'd just be laying there all day. Especially ever since my mom and my aunt died. I've just had a lot of my motivation just sapped from me.
I can really only focus on the bad times.
The same reason, or probably the same way, I can only remember the bad times. And remember all the bad things that people have said and done. Like a lot of the things that my father used to say to make fun of me for being on the spectrum and my weight, and even making fun of me for not having a girlfriend, making me feel like I was a failure.
Well, when we were kids, I remember you would chase me, always being so playful. Sometimes I would even fall and hurt myself. During those times, I even cried, but I remember every time I did, you tended to me and made sure I was alright. It's embarrassing to admit, but it's the truth. Daniel, I'm surprised you would even remember something like that.
Well, sometimes it's the simplest things like that that make an impact on someone's life. Even just being there for a person to help them cry their heart out when they feel alone and scared. It can make a world of difference. I miss you, Maggie. I hope you're doing okay.
How could I forget? You've always been a great friend. You always were the happiest girl in school.
Well, that happiness was a mask. She just said so herself.
Sometimes I'd even question how you would keep it up.
Well, now you know.
Right now, it's weird to find out all of this was a facade. But when I think about it, it does make sense. What do you mean by that? I don't think anybody could be that cheerful, always so full of energy. There has to be some point you've had enough.
Everyone has a breaking point.
I had enough a long time ago. I just kept this up so you never had to find out.
I figured. There's no way one can keep that up for 13 years.
Then why didn't you do anything?
Because I was stupid. I always thought it was best not to worry. I was wrong.
I should have checked in on you a long time ago.
I'm going to be honest, I feel a little guilty about it. I would honestly be disappointed if you didn't at least feel some bit of guilt.
There's no need for you to be guilty. I'm the one deserving of hell, and after all.
Sayori, please don't let those words of those bullies drag you down.
It may be hard. Sometimes it may seem impossible.
Yeah, you got that right. Especially if one of those bullies was your own father. But I promise things will get better. If you push through, you can make it.
How could you be so sure?
I've experienced it myself.
What do you mean?
Well, it may not have been as extreme, but it should hopefully give you someone to relate to.
Okay, I'm listening.
You see, before I had Monica, I would always talk about myself terribly. I always thought I never had a chance with anyone. I always thought I was just some low-life weeb. But Monica was there for me and taught me otherwise.
So you're saying if there's someone there for me, it can get better?
For me, it was more simple. You're going to need more help.
What kind of help?
First, you need to start taking better care of yourself. You need to start sleeping better. You need to start eating better. You need to, take care of your hygiene a lot better. A lot of things to take care of yourself. I think you will also need some therapy.
I can't go to therapy.
Why not?
It's scary, Daniel.
Well, Yuri says she could use some company if she's going to therapy. Do you think you two could go in? Sari looks as if she's considering.
But if I were to go with her, that would mean she would find out.
You see. So like with Yuri, this is also something like very personal for Sayori, and this is what I mean though, you can't just... I was gonna say something, but well now I wasn't going to, but now I'm just here like saying to myself, you can't just lump those two together and be like, oh, we'll just ship them off both to therapy and problem solved. Like, it doesn't work that way, and Sayori obviously wants her privacy in this. I think they deserve to know if they're your friends. But don't force her to tell them, like, right off the bat. At least give her some time to herself. If you both go, it will do you good in the long run. Sayori thinks for a bit longer.
Okay. Daniel, let's see what Yuri thinks in the morning.
Okay, well... I keep saying it, but I guess if it works in the context of this story, then I guess I'm not really gonna put much more thought into it. Okay. Now, if she does agree to go, don't expect to get better right away. It takes time.
I understand.
Do you want to go back in now?
Yep.
We both head back inside to go back to sleep. Sayori lays back down in her futon while I get back in bed with Monica. I fall asleep with my mind at ease. Okay, and that's the end of the demo. Hi guys, it's me. Wait, does this still have my old name? Yes. Hold on, let me manipulate the code. Orderly, we got a badass over here. There we go. Anyway, thanks for playing Demo 3. The reason this took so long was because I had some terrible motivational issues and some other things. Well, I can kind of relate to that. That's one of the reasons why Dogi Dogi October Horizon has just kind of stopped for the moment, just because... Well, if it wasn't obvious, I've been dealing a lot with my depression again. And it's been a real struggle for me, and you all know how much I love this channel and making videos, but sometimes I don't even have the motivation to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for playing. Alright, well... So, based on what I read from that other person's sort of review, and keep in mind I didn't read through it because I didn't want to spoil it all the way, one of the things that they said was how it seemed like there was conflict for no reason. And I'm gonna say, like, right now, like, first, I mean, we were kind of hinted towards Yuri's sort of conflict early on in Demo 1, and now we're kind of seeing it come to fruition here. But then shortly after that, it's like, oh, well, now Sayori suddenly... Like, we're suddenly dealing with Sayori's depression now. Like, it's, like, in a sense, like, out of the blue, sort of. So I don't know if you could necessarily say that it's conflict for no reason, but I would say maybe more so it's, like, maybe something having to do with the pacing of the story. And keep in mind, I don't know how long the story is supposed to be. It could be a short story, it could be a much longer one, I don't know. But at least from what I understood, and this is just me kind of reading into the context clues of things of the posts they make, that supposedly they were either going to release Demo 4 or the final game after this. Which, to me, it sounds as though the story is going to be reaching its end, possibly with the next release, depending on how they decide to handle it. So I don't know if they could possibly fix something with the pacing here. I don't exactly know how. Not without, like, me having to... And, I mean, it's not really even my place to, but without me having to sit down and, like, really dissect this story and figure out, okay, well, there's some pacing issues here, maybe I could put this here, or make some kind of foreshadowing here, whatever, and try to make it seem a little bit like the story flows a bit more naturally into both Yuri and Sayori's problems, versus it kind of flowing naturally into Yuri's problem, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, you know, now Sayori's having her problem right now. So I don't quite know how to do that without, like... Well, in the worst case scenario, it would probably involve, like, giving the story a bit of an overhaul at some point. The other issue that I saw with this person's review was something about Monika's character being kind of all over the place. And I kind of mentioned that earlier with how, in a sense, she was acting a bit kind of like Sayori in the sense of this happy bundle of sunshine having fun playing video games. Although, of course, it still did retain, like, some aspect of, oh yeah, she's competitive, so naturally she's getting, like, very into this, she's having fun, but yeah, I guess at the same time, it does seem like something that Sayori could do, but... And... I guess in addition to Monika, I did mention that I think maybe Yuri was kind of acting a bit off character, or out of character. Like, I wouldn't really picture Yuri, like, kind of talking down on Sayori, like, oh, are you scared? Like, if anything, I think Yuri would be too shy and a bit too reserved to say that about anybody, because it would sound too mean. At least, like, to me it sounded a bit mean to her, and Sayori obviously took it that way as well. And... what else? I guess that's really all I have to say, is just... the characterization for Monika and Yuri is maybe... like, it needs to be tweaked a bit. and maybe just the pacing. Like, it seems it's obvious that they want to include the aspects of Sayori's depression and Yuri's self-harm, so obviously that made it into the story. But then I guess in a sense the way that they build up to it, specifically with Sayori's depression, it just feels as though it's being, like, unloaded on you all at once. Like, I almost feel as though if we had some more hints to Sayori's depression in Demo 2, at least some more concrete hints of it that really stand out to you, because right now I cannot think of any, then maybe in a sense. But then also I almost feel as though they should space out the things with Sayori and Yuri a bit more. And if there are hints to Natsuki's father being kind of possibly abusive, I don't know yet because it's too soon for me to say. But like, if these are like the subtle hints to that, and if I'm guessing Demo 4, or possibly even the final game, we see that come to fruition, I guess I would just like to hope that possibly it's not so much as though you're being like one after another. It's like, okay, you're done with Yuri, okay, now it's time for Sayori, okay, and now it's time for Natsuki, like boom, 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 in a sort of way. Like, you're having to encounter all these girls' problems, like literally one right after the other. Like, maybe in a sense, I guess how I would do it was maybe just have Sayori, or no, have Yuri's self-harm introduced, and everyone works through it, and then have a bit of time pass by before Sayori upright tells you, I have depression. But do it in such a way where there have already been like some subtle hints. Like, give yourself some breadcrumbs to work with here. Otherwise, it's just gonna seem as though, like, yeah, it's just happening, as that one person said, to have conflict for the sake of having conflict. But otherwise, well, I am still looking forward to the story, but I will have to say that yes, I think in some ways this demo was maybe not as good compared to the other two. I think demo number 2 was probably the best one, just because it felt very satisfying and like there was a good payoff. Because, I mean, it's like I said, I've wanted to see these two together ever since, you know, the teasing of the initial teasing of this mod. And I am pretty sure a lot of people are in the same boat as me. But at least in this case, it just seemed a bit like there needs to be some kind of a balance set between how you handle each of the girls in this mod. Because obviously, as I mentioned, it just seems as though, like, at the end, we're just having, like, one conflict after another, and seemingly having it solved right then and there. Kinda, sort of. So, all in all, yeah, I guess just maybe try to figure out how to balance these sort of things, and to, like, maybe, like, balance it between what I would assume would be Demo 1, Demo 2, and then the ultimate, like, reveal or leading up to Demo 3. Instead of just having, like, as I mentioned, well, I think Yuri's was handled probably the best, but Sayori's just felt a bit too, like it got sprung up on me a lot sooner than with Yuri's, because at least it was foreshadowed in Demo 1 that there was something going on with her. And, well, like I said, right now I cannot remember for the life of me, but it is possible that maybe there were some breadcrumbs for Sayori's depression, but not really something that sticks out to me in my memory right now. I can remember the stuff about Yuri, but I cannot remember anything about Sayori right now, so... in a sense, yeah, I guess... well, I don't know how long this video is even going to be anymore, but... okay, well, that's all I have to say about that. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time with whatever else I do. Stay golden, and later, folks.